In this video, we will be practicing painting with different values. To begin, we will need two water containers, one for dirty water and one for clean, watercolor paints, white gouache or acrylic, a cloth, paintbrushes, pencil and watercolor paper. I used washi tape to separate the paper into 3 different spaces. The first step is to mix two values of blue. I'm going to add same amounts of water into 2 pans, but the one on the left has more paint while the one on the right has less paint. To paint the sky, I'm using the lighter blue to paint the gradient before drying it using a hairdryer. Now, I am going to draw the mountains very lightly. Make sure you don't press on the pencil too hard. I am going to paint the entire of the first mountain using the light blue. It's okay if you get some paint on the second mountain because we are going to paint over it. Once you are done, you can blow dry this layer. In our second mountain, use a darker blue to color it in. Wait for this layer to dry before painting the last mountain. This mountain will be the darkest, so we can use more paint on this layer. If it is not dark enough, you can wait for it to dry before adding another layer. In our next box, we will be painting the view of some ocean waves. Like our mountain, I am painting a gradient, but I started with the dark blue. Wait for this to dry before lightly drawing some wavy lines. Under the first line, I used the dark blue to make the edges more obvious. I did the same thing with the second line, but with the lighter blue. Make sure to blend the edges out with water like this. Moving on, the white gouache will be for the sea foam between each wave. Use a tiny brush to cover the pencil lines we drew, and feel free to add more wavy lines and dots. For the final touch, I use a splattering effect with dark blue to create the effect of crashing waves. The last painting will be of a forest. We will start with a solid wash of light blue, and when it's dry, I will be drawing 3 lines. I am going to paint the trees in the background with the lightest blue. Usually, things far away looks lighter than it actually is. Since these trees are the furthest away, they are going to be the thinnest. Make sure everything is dry before layering on more paint. This tree is going to be slightly darker and bigger. In our final space, we are going to use the darkest blue. You can add details like grass and small rocks if you'd like. Lastly, this tree will be the biggest since it's close to us. If the tree is not dark enough, you can add another layer of paint when it's dry. And we are done!